Good evening. Hello. It is Sunday, February 8th, and I haven't said hello to anyone in quite a while. There's not a whole lot going on in my life, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. I know on this channel I used to talk about a whole lot of topics, but as is typical for me, I start something and not real good at keeping it going or finishing it or whatever. I'm terrible at starting and not finishing. But certain topics just get old anyway. And today was just a normal everyday day. Just finally, my daughter is finally going back to school after this stupid storm that we had 2 weeks ago. Stupid Tennessee people. 2 weeks because of one snowstorm. She was out of school. And I'll just tell you that I am on extreme parent burnout. So I'm thankful that school is back tomorrow. I need the break. As far as what's going on with my health, nothing really different. I had a really good January. I spent most of January feeling really good, feeling normal, starting to allow myself to get hopeful. I was like, well, maybe that dendritic cell therapy really worked after all, and things are getting better. And right as I started feeling really good and hopeful, I started feeling bad again. But it didn't last as long this time, and it wasn't as severe. So I felt bad for, I don't know, maybe about a week. And I have discovered that there are two main symptoms, three main annoying things that I feel like are either cancer symptoms or symptoms that are a result of what I'm doing to try to fight the cancer. So the main symptom is pain, where just randomly I'll start having a lot of pain in my shoulder, in my kind of gut areas, in my liver, and there'll just be pain, a lot of it, and really serious pain. And then there's the extreme fatigue and lethargy, where I just being able to get up out of my chair is excruciating. Trying to make a meal, trying to do laundry, trying to do anything is just absolutely excruciating. And then there's the coughing. I have this horrible phlegm issue in the back of my throat that can get so bad that it just gags me and chokes me, and I vomit, I regurgitate. My stomach will really hurt because of it. I really do believe that has to do with all these supplements I'm taking, because I have discovered that when I take a break from the supplements, and I allow myself to take a break from the supplements in order to do some fasting. That's a new thing that I've just started doing. Because, with my supplements and the tonic, I can't fast. And fasting is really good for fighting cancer. And so I've decided that from time to time, not on any regular schedule, because we don't want the cancer to learn what schedule I'm on and what I'm doing, I'm just going to take a day or 2 or 3 off of the supplements, and I'm just going to fast as much as I can in those days. So when I did that here recently, I didn't have as much coughing or as much phlegm. There was some, but it wasn't as serious as it was when I would go back on the supplements. And I go back on the supplements, and it's exhausting. I don't know which symptom is worse. I actually think the pain is the easiest one to deal with because I have really good pain meds to deal with that. And they're not even opioids or of any kind, so I don't have to worry about I take this, now I can't go drive. Dang it, I feel like I have hair all over my face. I'm feeling itchy. But so it's just, a pain med that I can take, and I can still drive, and I can still do whatever I got to do. So I almost prefer the pain over, the lethargy. I don't know the right way to say that. Um, that one can be just horrible. I hate that one the worst because I just want to sleep and sit in my chair and do nothing. And the problem with that one is I get used to that. I get used to sleeping and sitting in my chair and it becomes a routine. And then once I'm out of that period, mentally, it's hard for me to get my brain go back into, okay, you're feeling okay, get your butt up and go do something. Go take care of, your whatnot store, or list some things on Marketplace. You know, there are things that you need to be doing, so get up and go do them. But it's like the mental part of this whole thing is just, it's rough. Because you go through periods where you can't get up and go do anything because you're just so tired, you're just so worn out. And then when you start feeling good again, you think you just be like, okay, I'm going to get up and do things while I can. But then you're just so used to not doing anything that it's hard to make yourself want to. So, with all of that, it's an exhausting ride. It's just mentally, it's hard. And it's kind of taken its toll. I've especially with my daughter being out of school these last 2 weeks. And I don't know how much I've told you about my daughter on this channel. Probably not very much because I tend to keep a lot of things related to my kids out off of here. But let's just say I have a daughter who's still young, under 10, who is like the Energizer Bunny on steroids. No, the Energizer Bunny on crack. And it's just, and I'm in a period of my life where I'm tired and I'm fighting this cancer battle and I'm emotionally drained, and to have to live every single day with the Energizer Bunny on crack, it's rough. It's rough for her too, because she really needs a mom who's got energy and is playful and fun and wants to, go and do things all the time and play and, one of these crafty type moms. She needs a mom like that. And that's not me right now. At one time in my life, I tried to be like that with my boys, but right now it's just not me. So it's rough on her too. And I hate it for her because, I'm irritable. Um, I remember when I was giving birth to my kids, when I was giving birth, I remember people wanted to rub me, and all that stuff and try to encourage me. And I was like, don't touch me. Like, leave me alone. Like, stop with all the rubbing. I hate it. It's kind of how I feel now. It's like, I just want to be left alone. And that's terrible that I'm in a period in my life where I kind of just want to be left alone, but yet I've got to be a mom to a youngest child. And that's terrible for her. She should have a mom that is, ready to go to be a mom and do all the mom things. And I can't seem to break free of that mentality. And then not only can I not break free from that mentality, but now I'm mad at myself because I can't break free from that mentality. So there's anger that's just pent up from years of things being kind of rough. And then there's anger at myself for being angry, and anger at myself for not being able to stop being angry. And then there's Jesus, who I'm begging all the time for forgiveness because I need it every day. And I don't know how I'd get through anything without him, because it's a rough time right now. I'm doing fine financially. Tomorrow I'm supposed to start training to become a transaction coordinator, which I'm happy for that. It'll provide me with a decent income if I can make it happen. Because as I said, I'm really good at starting things. I'm not real good at following through or finishing things. Which there's an element of emotional, stress because of that. Anger at myself because I'm that way. I need a good therapist. I need to get back into therapy. I need to talk to somebody. And I don't know, though. I just felt like when I was in therapy last time, it didn't do anything for me. It's a good way to vent. It's a good way to talk about things. There were a couple things that my therapist said that made sense, that made me think, but in the long run, did it do anything for me? I don't know. Maybe. But like it's been a rough time. Not so much physically, because I can get through the physical stuff. I know the fatigue and all that goes away eventually. So I'm trying to be patient and wait it out. But mentally, I'm just kind of drained. I took a little trip in December. Went to the beach, I needed that. Really, really, really needed that. I feel like I need it again, though. I feel like I need to just go and be alone. But then I have to worry about when I'm gone my dogs, because I've got two male dogs that like to fight with each other. And when I was gone last time, they fought a lot, and some semi-serious injuries with one of them. So then I have to worry about that. Oh. Oh my gosh. And I think this has a lot to do with why I have a hard time with motivation, because I just feel I'm one of these people, and I've heard other people say this, so I'm not alone. But I'm one of these people, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I just don't do anything, which is stupid, which is dumb. Because if you're feeling overwhelmed, the best thing for you to do is just put one foot forward and just do all the thing, one thing that you got to do to make a dent in the stuff that you're feeling overwhelmed about. But what I do is I just don't do anything. I just find a way to take my mind off of it all, and I just sit here and do nothing, which I recognize is not a very healthy mindset. I need winter to be over. I need summer to be back. Warm days. I think that has a lot to do with it. I need some vitamin D. But I'm still here. I don't feel like I'm any really worse off than I was a year ago. I really don't. I mean, a year ago, I wasn't experiencing the pain that I'm experiencing now, so I guess I am kind of worse off in that regard. But I've been stage 4 cancer for almost 2 years now. Haven't had any chemotherapy or any radiation in that 2 years. I mean, I quit chemotherapy and radiation in April 2 years ago. And I'm still alive. And I'm still doing okay for the most part. So I'm thankful for that. I don't know how much longer it can go on. Oh, I have submitted everything to MD Anderson for the cryoablation. Well, I sent off the last couple of discs like 3 weeks ago, and they still haven't gotten it, so I assume it's lost. But they're gonna see if they can just go on the one thing that I sent them and see if that's enough. So hopefully this week I'll hear from MD Anderson on whether or not I am a candidate for the cryoablation, which I hope I am, but I'm kind of scared too. I'm not a real big fan of medical procedures. I don't know that anybody is, except for hypochondriacs. So it would be so nice if I could be healed through the cryoablation, so I can just get past this time in my life, get some level of energy back. I'm supposed to be doing some kind of physical therapy. I talked to the palliative care people, and they said that they had physical therapy or even a personal trainer available to me. The personal trainer would be free of charge. I've not heard anything from them. And I keep meaning to call them, but I don't. That's that, I'm overwhelmed, so I just don't do anything stuff. I need to call them and find out. Because physical therapy, I think it's just, they just want me to be doing something. And if physical therapy gets me off my butt to do something, then, if it's an appointment that I have to go to, I'll get up and I'll go to it. So I think it's a good idea. Anything just to get me doing something. maybe break out of that mindset that I'm in. So I need to call them and find out about that. And even a personal trainer would be nice. Honestly, I don't really care about losing weight at this point because I feel like it'll help me live longer. Because I know a lot of cancer patients, when they die, the cancer eats them alive. Eats up all their reserves. And I feel like the more fat I got on me, the longer I'll live once the cancer starts doing that. So I don't really care about losing weight at this point. Matter of fact, I'm a little scared to lose weight. If I were to lose weight, if I was to get down to like a normal, healthy weight, I'd be like, well, what happens when the cancer progresses? I ain't got nothing on me for it to eat. It's going to eat up all my muscle. So, but it would be nice to build some muscle and just to have something to go do. Make me, I need some. What happens when you work out and you get all that surge of, what are those things that surges through your body? I don't remember what it's called. I need that. I would like to say serotonin, but I don't think that's right. I think that's something different. But anyway, there's been another big thing happen in my family that's very stressful. I try not to think about it because it's not really something that is directly related to me, but it's still a big deal and it weighs heavy on me. So it's been, I've been okay, but I've not been okay, but I've been okay, but I've not been okay. It's more just the mental stuff right now. I need something, a therapist or something. I don't know. That's where I am. So thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm generally an open book. And my next time I'm supposed to go to Hoxie is supposed to be April, but I'm also hoping that something will happen with MD Anderson between now and then, so that maybe, gosh, wouldn't it be nice if I could get the cryoablation and then I can go off of all the Hoxie stuff. And I can eat tomatoes again. I miss tomatoes. Gosh, I love tomatoes. And I can't eat them. And I love vinegar. I love pickled stuff. And I can't eat any of that stuff. So, anyway, wow. All right, that's it. So, I hope y'all are doing well. And if there's anyone out there listening, because it's been so long since I've posted anything, there may not be anyone listening anymore. But I hope you are safe and that you had made it through the storm okay. And oh gosh, hopefully spring is in the air soon. Take care. God bless.